This seems to be my favourite vlogging spot at the moment. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that wherever I go, in whatever house or whatever room, I tend to find a vlogging spot where I can put the camera and just sit and talk. So this is my new favourite apparently. First things first, apologies for my absolutely wild hair and no makeup. It's been a weird few days, but I feel like this video needs to be made. It's not a decision I've taken lightly because I'm not very good at giving up on things. It's weird terminology because it's not really giving up, and I know it's for the best, but I've not been vlogging properly for months. I feel like this whole year has been forcing something that never really wanted to be there. And I know we're only a few weeks from the end of the year now, but I'm already behind on edits again, and there's been a lot going on, so I'm just gonna call it quits and end the weekly vlogs. I decided in about March that I wasn't gonna do it again in 2020, and then that's probably where the lack of motivation started to kick in, because I just didn't have any inclination to want to vlog. But I'll give you a quick update on a few of the things that have happened in the last 2 weeks that have led to me drawing this conclusion. So 2 weeks ago on Monday, as I'm filming this, I was in a lot of pain with my jaw, and I wasn't sure whether it was my jaw or my teeth. I ended up leaving uni early, and we ended up in urgent treatment care at the hospital for about 4 hours, and the doctor there told me that it wasn't a jaw problem, that it was a dental problem. So I called in sick to work the next day, and I had a dentist appointment on the Wednesday. On the Wednesday, the dentist told me that I have some sort of problem with the enamel on my teeth, which just means that they wear down and I need fillings so much more than other people. So I needed a whole bunch of fillings. I had an infected wisdom tooth at the back here, which is what was causing all the pain, and that was all she told me in that appointment. So that was pretty shit. I then had to go to a class, and I think, Thursday we were filming for an assignment. I had all the girls around at my house. Friday I was back at uni. Saturday, Sunday I called in sick to work again and just took the weekend off, so I lost a lot of time in doing uni work then. Tuesday I had work. I went back to work for the first time in a week. Wednesday I had a big presentation at uni, so that was another assignment that I didn't really put enough time into, but it was fine. And then I had the dentist again that afternoon. She did all my fillings. My whole mouth was numb for like the best part of 8 hours, and she told me that this wisdom tooth needs to come out, but I have to be referred for it. I have a broken tooth on this side that she could take out, and both of my wisdom teeth on this side have cavities, so she can take out the top one, but I'd have to be referred for the bottom one. So these two I have to be referred for, but these two she is going to take out next week. I've not had that yet. So that was Wednesday, so I was feeling really sorry for myself after having done this presentation. And then on Thursday, the girls came around again and we did more filming for our film. On Friday, I had to drop the kit back at uni, went to a additional camera session that no one else came to, so it was just me and this lecturer. And then as I was sitting down having lunch, waiting for the girls to have a meeting about our film, my mum calls and my camera battery died. But that's not what my mum called about. My mum called and said my granddad was really ill. He had a chest infection and he was in hospital, and they weren't expecting him to come out. My granddad is the only granddad I've ever known, and the only granddad that I'm not actually biologically related to. So it's complicated, but there aren't any words, I'm not going to go too far into it, but he was a miner for 50 years, I think someone said. So you can't work down in mines for 50 years and not have chest problems. So his heart was failing, his kidneys were failing. So I drove home basically straight away. on Friday to go see him, and then Saturday a lot of other family were seeing him, so we didn't want to overwhelm him. Then on Sunday morning we went and saw him again. A few more of my family were there, so we all saw that. We saw all of them. They left because they had another family thing in the afternoon, and I stayed with him for a few more hours. It was just me, my boyfriend, my mum, Granddad's daughter, who is technically my aunt, but it's complicated because he's my step-granddad, and her son, who is technically my cousin. But that's too weird to think about. Yeah, and we just spent some time with him. He was mostly asleep. They were essentially just waiting for him to pass. And Lucas and I drove home about 3 o'clock, and then at about 9:30, 10 o'clock my mum messaged and said he'd gone. He was 83, he lived a long, good life, and he's with Nanny now, so won't say any more on that, but that is a contributing factor to why everything has been so manic. And then on top of all that, I obviously had to ask for the weekend off to go see my granddad from work, and I'd had a week off the week before because of all the teeth problems I'd had, and I decided to hand in my notice because I wasn't enjoying the job. I hadn't been trained properly on anything. I was on minimum wage. They'd asked me to work ridiculous hours over Christmas for no compensation, and generally just wasn't great. So I've handed in my notice. So financially I'm a bit worried, but that's a New Year's problem because I now have a fuck ton of uni work to catch up on, and that's my life at the moment. So I've got loads of deadlines in the next 2 weeks that I'm now really behind on because I've lost all my weekend times between my own dental issues and Granddad being ill. So I have to figure that out, and it's Christmas. So not feeling particularly festive, but thought I'd just sit down and post a formal update because I don't really think that anyone is that invested in my channel to notice when I don't upload, but I wanted to post a kind of formal conclusion. I might post some videos between now and the new year, but I'm not going to push myself to. But I do want to sit down at some point over this period and plan a more sustainable plan for this channel in the new year, because I do love making YouTube videos and I've been doing it for 6 years now. I've got some great memories on this channel and I would like to continue doing that. Thank you to those of you who have been watching my videos and leaving comments. If you want any more immediate updates, Instagram is the place to go. Hope you have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.